of shadows. The river drinks deep. My frames vanish. The shadows don't sleep. Splinters in the tide. Whispers say the storm took his life that night. But blood on the deck don't wash away clean. And Pingu's grin cut sharper than it seems. Was it the waves or the hand of a friend?
Tonight, new images surface of My Frames and what looks to be the Israeli Prime Minister.
Breaking news. New images of My Frames surface. In the photos, he appears to be meeting with the Israeli Prime Minister.
Yes, we are looking into why My Frames was meeting with the Israeli Prime Minister. This is big news. And we will make sure that the United States isn't in danger. You can trust me, your president, Donald Trump, to get to the bottom of this. But remember, this is all most likely a Democrat hoax.
Calling us crazy, but we knew something didn't add up. The Pengu thing makes no sense. My Frames is a false flag.
The police raid My Frames' mansion, and what they find is shocking.
Breaking news, police find 6 bodies located in the basement of My Frames' mansion.
The mansion's 6 bodies were described as all males, some wearing fursuits and some in feminine clothes with thigh highs.
6 bodies found, all with shock collars on. Police are searching for clues.
Hear the latest news about My Frames, you know, that rich guy that was allegedly murdered by some guy who lives in a trailer. The new development is that the mansion of My Frames was raided by the police and they found 6 dead bodies. And get this, the bodies were of furries and femboys, all wearing shock collars. Crazy stuff.
Brave souls are here to tell their truth about My Frames.
I've been to the mansion for many parties.
Let's just say
They were. Shocking.
I've only been to regular Hollywood parties with blowing hookers, femboy furry shot collar parties are a bit out of my comfort zone, highway to the danger zone, if you will.
My Frames hates black people. That is why he can get away with these white, furry femboy parties, and they are blaming his death on a black man who lives in a trailer park.
But Pengu isn't black. He lives in a trailer park, but he isn't black.
He isn't black? Are you sure?
I'm certain that Pengu is a white guy.
He is not black. Well, I guess then I don't care about this.
Secret societies, secret parties, secret lovers. I know all of it. My new book exposes the truth, and you don't know how deep it goes. On sale tomorrow.
Over here now. Copy that. Moving in.
Sad news tonight as we find out author and former girlfriend of My Frames dies in a car accident just before her book release.
I read that book by that girlfriend of My Frames. She died the night before it was released. But anyways, I read it, and it was crazy. In it, she talks about this secret society called the Shangri Homies. They are some weird sex cult. It's crazy. And apparently My Frames was having copious amounts of sex with furries. You know, people dressed in fur suits, and these feminine men called femboys. But what's even more weird is she died the night before her book was released.
If I could make a guess, you know what I think that woman died as a warning that all the other motherfuckers should shut up, or the same thing gonna happen to them. Cause her dying didn't stop the book from being released. But notice, no one is coming forward now.
To investigate the Tesla that she was driving, and we found no fault with the Tesla. It just turns out she's a terrible driver. Unfortunately, she died. But the Tesla itself had no problems. It was functioning properly. It's a great car, and everyone should buy one, but its autopilot must be used responsibly and not while consuming 3 Big Macs.
This excerpt in the book is so crazy. Jamie, can you pull up Kamala reading the book?
During all these sex parties, they would all meet up in a very small sauna, like a rental apartment sauna. The furries would join in their fur suits so it would smell rancid, reeking of sweat. No amount of coals could cleanse that stench. It was very claustrophobic, everyone but tonight.
At an enormous risk to her personal safety, we've managed to get an interview with a former live-in friend of My Frames.
Oh, I've seen it all. I watched it all go down. Femboys with their dicks out, furries with their knotted dicks out. All different kinds of furries, too. Scalies even. You know what shocked me the most, though? The cum jar collection. Just stacks of cum jars. What was he doing with all that?
Bessie, the cow prostitute, is a disgraced writer who routinely fabricates lies in order to sell fiction books because she clearly has no morals or ethics. She waited until days before we concluded the investigation to make outlandish false smears, all in an effort to engage in blatant investigation interference on behalf of Kamala Harris. She's a dead author that is resorting to lying for attention.
I'm not sure why My Frames was hanging out with the Israeli Prime Minister. I never saw him at the mansion. But I do know one person who was there a lot for all the parties. Pengu. That's right, Pengu. He's not some poor innocent guy that those protesters think he is. He was just as rich as My Frames. And that secret society, the Shangri Homies, it was started by Pengu. That book didn't tell you everything. But I know a lot because I live in My Frames' walls.
The boat drifts empty, the river drinks deep, my frames vanish, the shadows don't sleep, cracked whole splinters in the tide, whispers say the storm took his life that night, but blood on the deck don't wash away clean, and Pengu's grin cut sharper than it seems. Was it the waves or the head of a friend that tore wet and where the river bends? It hit where the old generations bleed. Closer, My Frames stay the shoreline ends. Furry mascaras that send the veil. My frames is dead, but the secret but the gold survives. Pengu thrives while the dead don't rise.